Assalamu alaikum, bismillah. So, what this three-part session has been about is telling the Muslims what you have to do to get the help of Allah immediately, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is preparing a massive, massive punishment for your people. And I've explained why. And I'm talking about in the US and in Europe. So before I start, let me just remind you something that I've talked about before. Okay, you cannot be in denial. Okay, the human being, when we hear about horrifying things, we don't want to think about it. That's a mistake. Islam actually requires us to think about serious things. Okay? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said all through the Quran about the people that He sent destruction on. They never thought that it was coming. They denied it. Okay? And so you can't think, the human being always wants to be optimistic. Okay, you can't think that everything's going to be fine. All the evidence shows it's not. It's going to get really bad. So, and I've laid out, that what you have to have is a rapid, very quick, complete overhaul of everything that the Muslims have set up here. Okay, I mean everything. Your masajid, your program, your lifestyle, your education, everything you're doing has got to be replaced, because everything you're doing has not been working and it's not going to work. What you've been doing is actually part of what is bringing the adab of Allah. Okay? So I'm telling you that my approach to everything is to be comprehensive. Okay? And I have actually developed 5 entire projects. And each one of them is comprehensive. Okay? The Medina Network is the only proper convert support, okay, in the entire United States. And it's comprehensive. My approach to the masajid is getting the right programs and the right focus going, because Muslims have limited time. Okay, so you have to focus, and that means you have to cut out a lot of what you're currently doing and get busy on these projects. Okay, so immediately I'm saying, start my projects in every masjid. You cannot think about this like anything else. Okay, it needs to go national. Right now it has to be every masjid in DFW. Okay. And I'm not talking about me replacing the imams. I'll explain all of that. It's getting my programs going. I'm not going to work your masjid full time. I'm going to tell you what to do. All right? And I know what I'm talking about. You have to immediately start supplying funds for the Medina Network and other convert projects. Okay? This is necessary to get the help of Allah, because this is the main reason that you haven't been getting the help of Allah. The help of Allah is connected to the mission of da'wah, and the ridla of Allah is connected to being the ansar of converts. This is in the Quran. Okay? Your people ignored it and destroyed it. That's where the adab of Allah is coming from. You have to undo that. You've got to go in the right direction now. Supplying funds for the Medina Network and other convert projects. Begin my educational curriculum everywhere, okay? And that includes the imams and other people. You need to learn how my curriculum works because I want you to adopt it, okay? It's founded correctly for the situation, okay? I leave out because, again, I've been over and over that you haven't been on the right program. And it's like you guys don't pay attention to reality. All of my projects are based in factual reality. That's why they're correct. Okay? So my educational curriculum has to be everywhere. All right? And you will learn my approach. And once you learn it, then you can do a better job than me. Okay? But I'm a good educator. And I've set up the right curriculum. And this is necessary, like I said. You don't have a 50-year plan. You don't have 5 years, guys. Massive trouble is coming within the next couple of years. Okay? And I've talked about how you have to have a major transformation of your minds, your habits, your lifestyle, your masajid, and your programs, and that can only begin after a year into my educational curriculum. So then you start figuring out what you're doing and what needs to be done and how to do it. Okay? That's what brings the necessary intellectual change and the cultural shift. We have to get out of quasi-Islam that has brought all your disasters and get on to actual Islam. Okay? That's immediately. In the near term, I'm talking, okay, also immediately, but over the next 2-3 years. You have to establish the fiqh of a community. You cannot be doing Islam when you don't have a community fiqh. And I've never heard of any one of you having it. I'm the only one that I'm aware of. Okay? The masajid have to be redefined. All right? My education is in organizational analysis. I've talked in other sessions. You picked the worst model in setting up your masajid. The worst. And it's amazing that everybody in the world knows that. But the Arabs and Daisies left it just like that for 50, 60 years. It has to change. It's a part of your problem, okay? You transition to a different system where you get away from having a masjid board, okay, and set up the correct model. Okay, I'm not talking about getting rid of the people on the board. You've tried that 100 times, 1,000 times, okay? It doesn't work. You have to change the model, replace the model. Understand what I'm talking about? Continue, then, building the Medina network. That is a tremendous amount of work getting the proper support system set up for converts. It's huge. And there are going to have to be a lot of the experienced and educated converts working on this. And everybody has to be funded because it's full-time work and overtime work. All the converts who have done any kind of support know it's a huge job. Okay, none of your people have experienced anything like that, and I mean including your imams. Okay? That's where the help of Allah will come, is in properly supporting the converts. You've got to get the converts out of pain and destruction, help us get our lives stabilized, secure, and we are productive people. Way more productive than any of your people. I guarantee you. We've shown it for decades, but your people were just, because you don't pay attention to anything. Okay? Establish the Islam Forward Project. If this thing had been started in 2016 when it was ready, okay, we would be 4 or 5 years ahead of the game. Okay? Because I was warning everybody back then, fascism is coming. Okay? And I had set up Islam Forward by itself, the most advanced program that the North American Muslim community has ever seen. Absolutely fantastic, beautiful project. Okay? And it was destroyed because the people I talked to, in one ear and out the other, guys, that's the way your people are. And that's how you screw yourselves. And this is, Allah has warned, Rasulullah has warned, that's how you lead yourself to destruction. And that's exactly what you've done. Okay? And then set up the Diwan for DFW. Okay? You do not have a functioning leadership council in a community that's been here over 50 years. Okay? And believe me, I know about NTIC. Okay? It's garbage. Okay? That's not the right way. The Diwan is the right way. Okay? And then, hopefully then, once these things are going, then hopefully some of the help from Allah will begin before the Nazis get here to kill everybody. Okay? It's in these programs, and I guarantee you that nothing you're doing right now is going to save you. I know everything that's going on, and I know what's wrong with it, and I know where the help of Allah is and where it isn't. I'm making it very clear. I'm not a big-headed person. I'm not an arrogant person. I am a factual, analytical, truthful person. Without these projects, okay, you will not be saved by Allah. I'm telling you, and you can understand why if you go back through these. Okay, take this extremely seriously. I mean, now. You don't, not tomorrow morning, not, next Friday. No, now. Waking up is now. If you don't wake up now, you won't wake up. I've watched your people for 33 years. And I've read the history of people from the last 500 years. You only wake up when you make a goddamn decision to wake up. And that's what you have to do right now and get on this. You have to get in touch with me. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.